A day after 8, my family and I decided to take a short trip to Madiun. It wasn't a long holiday and we weren't planning to stay overnight, but we hadn't seen my uncle and auntie and brother in a while. So we thought it would be nice to spend the day with them. It wasn't a grand trip or a highly anticipated event, but it felt like the right time to make the most of the opportunity, even for just a few hours. We left home at 10 a.m. The road still calm after busy rush of the first day of 8. The drive was peaceful, there was no heavy traffic, the sky was clear, and inside the car the atmosphere was comfortable and relaxed. Everyone was in quiet mood, perhaps still feeling the gentle afterglow of 8. The road stretches ahead, and there was no rush to get anywhere. It felt nice to be traveling without pressure of a tight schedule. The hours passed as we drove through small towns, filled and the occasional paths of the forest. We talked a little bit, mostly about the trip and what we expected from the visit. It wasn't about doing anything big. It was just being together. By the time we will reach by the time we reached Madiun, the sun was high, and the town was just waking up from the post-8 quietness. The streets were calmer than usual, with fewer people out and about, a contrast to the bustling street we had left behind. The change in pace left refreshing. It was tough the whole town had slowed down, taking a deep breath after the festive rush. I knew we were just pacing through, but there was something peaceful about the moment. When we arrived at my uncle and auntie's house, they were waiting for us, standing outside and greeting us with warm smiles. My uncle and auntie welcomed us with the same warmth they always had, their faces lighting up as they saw us step out of the car. My brother was there too. Just I remember him. There wasn't any big dramatic greetings, just a simple hug, a handshake, and a shared sense of happiness that we had made the trip. Even if only for a short time, it didn't take much to show that we had all missed each other. Their house hadn't changed much. It still had that same cozy, lived-in feel with the familiar smells of home-cooked food and the soft, worn furniture that made you feel comfortable. My auntie had prepared lunch for us, knowing we'd be hungry after the drive. The meal wasn't anything fancy, but that made it more like home. We all sat down at the table and ate together, taking our time talking about all the little things that happened in our life since we last saw each other. The conversation wasn't rushed. It wasn't filled with dramatic update or big announcement. It was small moments, those quiet things you share when you are with people who understand you. My uncle asked about its celebration at homes, how the prayers went, who came over, and what we had eaten. He always interested in little details, the day-to-day things that makes up life. My auntie, of course, was focused on whether we were eating enough. She kept offering more food, making sure no one plate stayed empty for too long. She had this way of taking care of us that never felt overbearing. It was just part of who she was. As we ate, my brother didn't say much, but he listened intently, adding a word or two when he felt like it. That was his way. He didn't need to fill the space with conversation, but when he did speak, it felt like came from somewhere deep. His presence added something quiet to the room, something grounding. Sometimes you don't need to say as much to make moment more meaningful. I've always admired that about him. After lunch, we moved into the living room. My uncle made tea and my auntie brought out cookies, like nastar, kastengel, and the familiar smell of putri salju. These weren't just snacks, they were little pieces of tradition passed down from one family member to the next. Each bite of these cookies brought back memories of past visits of time when we'd gather in the same room for the same snacks. Chatting about the same old things, nothing had changed, and In that moment, nothing needed to. We spent the rest of the afternoon talking. The conversation were light, sometimes turning serious, but never too heavy. We didn't need to go anywhere, do anything special, or make the day into something it wasn't. It was enough just to be there, sitting together with the hum of conversation in the background. The world outside the house felt far away. There was only the warmth of the room, the quiet hum of the neighborhood, and the easy comfort of being family. At one point, we decided to step outside for a short walk. The streets around house were empty, with only a few people out going about their day. The air was warm but not hot, the kind of temperature that makes you want to linger outside. We walked slowly, not going anywhere in particular, just enjoying the quiet. It was one of those moments when the simple things, a walk, a shared space, a few steps side by side, felt like enough. There was no rush, no need to fill the silence. We just moved together and it felt right. When we returned to the house, I could tell the day was winding down. It was already late in the afternoon and we needed to leave soon. My auntie had packed some snack for us to take home. My uncle stood by the car, thanking us for coming, even though it had only been for a few hours. My brother, as always, gave us his quiet goodbye, a small wave as we got in. We said our final goodbye at the gate and promised to visit again. The drive back home felt quieter than the drive there. The sky was starting to turn soft with the fading light of the evening, and the car moved gently along the road. We were all quiet, each of us lost in our own thoughts. I thought about the day, how simple it had been, yet how full it felt. We didn't do much, just shared a meal, talk, took a short walk, and spent time together. But sometimes that's enough. We didn't need to fill the day with grand gesture or elaborate plan. We just needed to show up, to be present in the moment. And I think that's what made it special. By the time we got home, it was evening. The routine of daily life began to settle back in the bag, were unpacked. The snacks were put away, and the small mementos from the visit were quiet stored in the kitchen. But even as the day ended, the feeling from the visit stayed with me. That trip to Madiun reminded me that connection doesn't always depend on grand moments or long visits. Sometimes it's about the small things, the shared meal and the quiet conversation, the walk outside. It's about taking the time show up even life is busy. When I think about that day, it felt like it was perfect kind of eight moment. One that didn't need to be extravagant, but one that I'll remember for a long time. The simplicity of it is what makes it stand out. It wasn't kind of visit that needs to be retold over and over, but it was meaningful in its own way. I hope my uncle, auntie, and brother felt the same, even though we were just only there for a brief time. For me, it was enough to be with family, to share meal, to talk, and walk side by side.